Bitcoin is right now still hanging on this legendary support line on the 4-hourly time frame. And while this is happening, if I am zooming in right now here, we can start to see that we're also creating a compression from the top side right now, which is revealing a big breakout is about to happen anytime soon. And on yesterday's video, of course, I talked about the 1-hour time frame that we were creating on compression as well over there. We saw a little fake out right there. Now we're once again back on the support line. And basically, if you're going to be approaching it on the 4-hourly time frame, we are literally getting ready for a big move anytime soon on Bitcoin. So right now on today's update video, I want to talk about some big news articles that came out in the last 24 hours that are definitely going to be changing the game for good, and much more important charts and patterns revealed to give you a little bit more of a clearer opinion about where Bitcoin is really heading towards. And obviously, I will give you guys an update on my trades I'm currently opening up on altcoins. I'm going to give you guys a deep dive about what I think on the cycle, and of course, I'm going to be talking about Ethereum because Ethereum is really coiling up right now here, and I do think we're about to create another major god candle on Ethereum. And of course, I'm going to be exactly talking about that and much more. So don't forget to once again slap on that like button back above 1,000 likes. It will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards today's update video. So to actually kick off the video, I don't want to dive in towards the chart. I quickly want to say that first of all, yesterday we already knew it was coming, but yesterday Trump officially announced that the Trump media company is going to be raising $2.5 billion to be buying Bitcoin. Same as MicroStrategy, but this is actually very interesting. The president of the United States is going to be raising money to be buying Bitcoin. So honestly, that is pretty crazy if you would ask me here. Then also we got a statement from BlackRock that they are recommending that 2% of your portfolio should be allocated towards Bitcoin. And honestly, yesterday we also saw they bought over $400 million worth of Bitcoin, over $30 million worth of Ethereum. And basically they are on a huge inflow streak here. And if we're looking at the spot Bitcoin ETF, we're seeing just huge numbers on the cumulative flows, and like you can see on the left here, they have been accumulating in a very rapid pace here, and they've been accumulating very aggressively as well here. So honestly, very exciting that we're getting to see that here. Then right now, while this aggressive accumulation is ongoing, we're seeing Bitcoin basically compressing here around that $110,000 region. We're seeing this upper sloping support line getting created, obviously, and like I said in the intro of the video, we're creating a legendary support line on the lower side, but on the top side, we're finally for the first time actually seeing a lower high structure. So basically what we're seeing right now is a major compression in the market. And whenever this compression is going to be breaking out here, so whenever we're going to be seeing a break above the high or below the low, that is whenever we're going to be seeing a big breakout for Bitcoin taking place here. And yes, that is also exactly what I'm looking at for right now. Of course, on yesterday's video, I talked about this pattern on the 1-hour time frame. We did saw a slight little fake out right here, and Bitcoin right now came back towards the upper arch sloping support line. But really where I'm going to be looking at for my real breakout is obviously going to be the 4-hourly time frame, because that is a little bit more clear on when the breakout is really going to be happening for Bitcoin. So super excited for what we're seeing right now over here. A breakout is literally coming anytime soon here. And of course, like you know, on the channel, I am looking a lot at funding rates. And funding rates are very important to look at the bull market and say, okay, now it's still healthy and now it isn't. So if I'm looking right now at the funding rates, I can clearly see that the funding rates are still particularly negative, not on every single exchange, but one thing is for certain, it's below the neutral level, because the neutral level is 0.01. And right now on average, it's 0.0031 here. So the majority of the traders are still trading short here. And ultimately, that is a very bullish signal, because if you're going to be zooming in here, whenever funding rates are basically red or so set below neutral, it usually is always corresponding with a very good buying opportunity. And of course, the more negative it is, the usually more panic there is on the market. And also historically, it means the bigger the actual buying opportunity is here. So once again, I can't stress enough about it. We are still not topping out if I'm looking into all these indicators, because still too many traders are actually trading short on Bitcoin, and that really makes myself extremely excited and of course extremely bullish on it. And I mean, if we're looking at the imminent short term, we are seeing that also around that $114,000 level, there is a lot of short side liquidity piling up here. So really, if we do see that push towards the upside, we are going to be squeezing out a lot of those short positions right there. So Bitcoin, of course, on the daily time frame has broken above the previous high in the market. This ultimately looks very bullish right now here, with still strong accumulation from big institutions, but not a lot of interest from retail traders, because I can see it on my page, but also on many other crypto YouTuber pages, that yes, right now there is not a lot of interest in crypto, and that is one of the reasons why we are not seeing the prices going so parabolic, but still the institutions are buying millions and millions and millions every single day here. So yeah, that is of course super exciting in the end of the day here. It allows us to accumulate still before the masses, and because I think the masses are about to come here, I am opening up I am opening up more and more trades, especially on altcoins. I am opening up a trade on ONDO. I've opened up a trade on Ethereum. I mean, if you did join this trade on Ethereum, you're doing an absolutely incredible job here. You're up 20% just like I am as well. So we're doing very great here. And really, I still think that the majority of the gains are still yet to come here. But guys, if you want to be copying my ONDO trade or potentially my Ethereum trade, you can find right now in the link description of today's video. If you right now go to the link description of today's video, you can see my bots that you can literally copy if you press on this link. And if you don't feel like copying my trades, but you want to set up your own trading bots here, go to the highest link description of today's video to Pionex. And if you right now sign up an account over there, you get instantly a free 30 towards 100 US dollars rewarded towards your account here. So make sure to check it out in the link description of today's video. But I will be opening up more and more trades in the upcoming period in the market, because I do believe altcoins are going to be doing very great here, because I think it's important to look at Ethereum. And of course, I'm not going to be saying once again the same like last video, because what I basically explained in the last video was, okay, in the last part of the cycle, altcoins tend to be performing the best here, because that's literally what we see from the Bitcoin dominance and from all the previous cycles. But what I want to be saying here, Ethereum is really coiling up here. Of course, we had that major rally towards the upside, and after that major rally higher, we went in towards somewhat of a consolidation phase, and now we're knocking on the top side of resistance. And it's the same like knocking on the door. The more times you're going to be knocking, the more likely you're going to be breaking it, or on a glass panel, whatever. The more you're going to be knocking, the more likely you're going to be breaking it, because what we're doing right now is clearing the sell orders on this level. And whenever all the sell orders are clear, guys, we are going to be absolutely flying through this range, and probably the next target towards the upside is going to be somewhere around 3,100 US dollars. Why? Is because we're looking at somewhat of an ascending triangle right here. And if we're going to be then looking at the price target, we're going to be targeting 31 to 3,200 US dollars. And yes, if I'm looking at Ethereum as well right now here, what I am seeing is basically a bullish continuation towards the upside with a bullish consolidation pattern. And whenever a bullish consolidation pattern breaks out, then of course, we're going to see that continuation. So honestly, I am very excited for Ethereum right now here. I think we're about to create a massive move from off this point here. And yeah, that is just really what excites me right now here. We have started to see the bounce from the lows on the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin valuation. And just like I said earlier, just look at all the previous cycles. We are once again on the exact timing where it is one of the best times to be actually accumulating altcoins. And we are seeing total value locked on the Ethereum chain, and all crypto assets rise very rapidly towards the upside. So this is once again another signal of massive accumulation. You can see a very similar fractals playing out compared to Bitcoin on Ethereum right now, and we're seeing that bullish crossover on the stochastic RSI playing out right now here. So all in all, I can't get more excited than we are currently right now. And whenever we see the breakout above the range high, we could be in for a similar move like we got last time around here. You saw also, we broke above the high. We knocked on the high approximately a couple times here. And whenever we broke above it, we went hard. And I think something similar is once again set to be happening once again over here. So super excited for what is about to be happening next for Ethereum. But anyways, this was it for me in today's update video. If you did enjoy it, learned something from this video, don't forget to slap on that like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.